Christmas specials. Come on, guys. You know the ones. You got your Charlie Browns, you got ones from SpongeBob, you got ones from all sorts of places. But one Christmas special in particular that I've had my eye on for a while is one about the bad guys. The bad guys. The one movie last year that kinda kickstarted this whole, wait a minute, DreamWorks can make good movies again. And it was the catalyst that actually made people interested in this franchise. We already knew it was a popular book franchise, but now people were deep into the bad guys. For some good reasons, and for some very, very bad. But we did hear that Netflix was making a holiday special out of this. That was really surprising. Normally they would just jump to the occasional, hey, we're working on a Netflix series. But this? A Christmas special that was slated to release next year. This is not a bad idea. I mean, sure, Netflix has had its fair of DreamWorks Netflix specials, like the disappointing turnout of the Boss Baby Christmas special. The Trolls one was whatever. That one was fine. And the Captain Underpants one, okay, that one I actually kind of liked. But they've all turned out iffy. But I was kind of interested to see how they would adapt, the bad guys in this way. And we got the trailer, and oh no.
Well, the animation definitely did look off. Was this expected? Yeah. I knew the team was gonna be thrown breadcrumbs by either DreamWorks or Netflix, just to make a quick buck out of it. And while it tries to stay faithful to what the original movie had, everything just looks stiff and feels off. We really just went from crystal clear, amazing animation to then... Okay, there are some points where I can excuse this, because it's not like this isn't normal for Netflix adaptations of DreamWorks movies, or just properties in general. It's always going to be a lower budget, and some things are just going to look off. And on top of that, yeah, we didn't get the voice actors from the original characters either. We got a bunch of new voice actors, and honestly, the only ones that really did actually sound like their character is probably Mr. Wolf and Mr. Snake. Everyone else, you could tell it was a different voice actor. But I was gonna let that all slide, because this is typically normal for getting Netflix stuff for DreamWorks movies, so I was gonna let this slide. As long as it was just good, and the story was just fun, and it was just, a good holiday special for a pretty good movie, I was gonna be fine with it. And what does this story entail? Well, it's simple, but apparently, it starts off a little weird. Apparently, the town of Los Angeles worships this giant Santa float like it's literally their savior, and as soon as the bad guys take it and basically accidentally make it explode, no one in Los Angeles wants to celebrate Christmas anymore. I know, weird, but just go with it. So, after the bad guys realizing they can no longer steal a bunch of banks over that Christmas Eve, they have to decide how are they going to fix this. And by doing that, they're going to be, instead of just stealing, they're going to be giving presents. Yeah, simple. You've probably seen it in other places before, but, it's fun. It's nice to kind of see this come out of, a franchise like this. And, just to wrap it up, it's not a super long Christmas special. It's only 25 minutes long. Usually stuff like this, would usually go on for maybe 40 minutes or maybe even an hour, but, I guess they just wanted to cram this into just a half an hour special, which isn't bad. I feel like the movie wrapped up everything it wanted to say. I feel like the special wanted to wrap up everything it wanted to say, but there's something else here that I don't think a lot of people are realizing. I don't think this is the only thing we're gonna see out of this specific version of the bad guys. What I mean by this is that when it opens, it does say an original series. This, I don't think anyone else has realized yet. But from other sources, there are people saying that the bad guys will get an actual Netflix series, not just a Netflix special, but just an actual series. And you know what? That's not a horrible idea. I mean, a show set before the events of the first movie. You know, just exploring what the bad guys were doing, who were they going up against, the problems they were facing. I feel like that could be a fun show if they do it right. And you know what? I would be down for that. I actually would be. Maybe if they up the animation budget a little bit. I don't expect them to, but it would be nice for if they even tried. And I think The Bad Guys has a lot of room to grow. It's a fairly new franchise with DreamWorks, and I feel like a lot of people love it. For good, and once again, bad reasons. But I see, if a show does really well, maybe we could get a Bad Guys too. There's a lot of places to take this franchise, and this special was just one of them. And I think, you know what? Not a bad Netflix, adaptation of The Bad Guys. Not bad. Animation, yeah, needs work. The voiceover for the characters, everyone was except for Mr. Wolf and Mr. Snake. But I feel like as just a Christmas special in general, it's fine. For me, it's like, At first it was a 6, but maybe like a 7. Maybe like a 7 out of 10. It's nothing spectacular, you're not gonna be wow, you're not gonna replay this every single year. But it's not terrible. It's fine. But it's on Netflix right now, it's really only a half an hour. If you watched the Bad Guys Holiday Special, what did you think of it? Let me know down in the comments. I thought it was pretty fine. And yeah, I think that's a wrap for November. A lot of 7s this year. First starting off with Trolls, then Wish, and now this. December, let's just hope it brings some more, maybe 8s, 9s, and maybe even 10s. I don't expect a 10 this month. But there's a lot of cool stuff coming. We got the next season of Hilda, we got, that new Dive for Wimpy Kid movie, and we got Migration. I'm really excited to see all of those. But what do you guys think of this special? Did you like it or did you dislike it? Let me know down below, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.